रंग रंग मेरे रंग रंग में रंग जाएगी तो रंग संग संग मेरे संग संग में संग आएगी संग
रंग रंग मेरे रंग रंग में रंग जाएगा तो रंग संग संग मेरे संग संग में.
In Southall, Bollywood is everywhere. But this West London suburb hides a filmmaking secret. A secret so well kept that it was almost lost forever.
Been stirring up the old place a bit, eh?
No, good morning, Mr. Brister.
Yes, you quiet, retiring sort of fellas. Always the dark horses. Still waters run deep. See you on the train, perhaps?
Yes, I suppose so.
Hi, Potter.
Yes?
Jump in. I'll run you to the station.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Crosby.
They were all made in black and white. There was no colour movie that I could find ever made at Southall.
Armed with a passion for the cinema, Bill had posed a challenge on the internet. That was in 2001 and marked the start of our journey to unlock Southall's hidden contribution to Britain's film heritage. All that remains from Southall's 3 sound stages are land registry records and the side gate. We didn't know where it would end, but the documentary camera would record our quest.
This is still the main entrance here, the main gate, and you can see the bell is still there from years ago.
Because the road's big enough there for vehicles to come in, large vehicles to carry scenery pieces and bits of set, so they could have easily come in and pulled up here. Oh, I think it's really sad, this. Really sad.
Seasons came and went as we combed archives, libraries, bookshops and even car boot sales. We came across many dead ends, but slowly our searches bore fruit.
The studios were founded in 1924 by G.B. Samuelson. I emailed his son, who is chairman of BFI, British Film Institute, and he very kindly sent me a copy of the book. He has been extremely helpful. I've spoken to him on different occasions, and this also provided me with some other film titles which I wasn't aware of at the time. The first 4 years up to 1928 it was silent short movies, and then the main movie in 1928 was Two Little Drummer Boys, which starred Alma Taylor, who was a famous British silent movie star. There's only 4 films that I can actually find proof that they were made in Southall for the 30s. The studios burned down in 1936 in October, and it was a 3-hour blaze according to the newspaper report on the 29th of October 1936. All it stated was it was later rebuilt with 3 sound stages.
Do you think, Bill, that we can speculate why the studios burned down?
There's no reason, there's no suggestion at all how or where it started. During the war, I gather the studios were closed like a lot of the other ones were, and it was turned into a dance hall for part of the time, and the other time it was turned into a roller skating rink. I wrote to something like 30 different actors who had made films at various times at Southall. I had a lovely letter from Virginia McKenna, who wrote to me and also sent me numerous photocopies from her own archives of the film The Oracle, which she made in 1953 there. And she was very helpful, and I've also subsequently been in touch with her. We also put in ads in some of the other newspapers, the Evening Standard, Saga magazine, and unfortunately there was no response from anyone. I guess most of the people that worked at Southall have now passed on, unfortunately.
Bill and myself had ground to a standstill. It was clear we needed another strategy. It would be another 6 months before we found Fred Lane. Fred had worked as a carpenter at the studios. He recalls a B-movie production method whereby films were made in 3 weeks, often as supports to main features. The studios did not have a house star like Ealing or Hammer, but rather hired out their stages to different producers. An unintended bonus was an annual trade handbook which Fred had passed to me. It listed the sizes of Southall's 3 sound stages and mentioned 100 plus staff. Trade handbooks from successive years told us a little more about the studios. But we still didn't know what sort of films were made here. Sadly, Fred passed away before we could answer the question.